Hello class, hello families, hello subscribers. I am so excited to tell you about today's lesson. I went and got inspired by picking up some shells on the beach for Mother's Day. It was always my favorite ever activity between me and my daughter to pick up shells. And so for Mother's Day, we always had fun on the beach picking up shells. And so I was inspired by creating awesome pendants. And let me tell you all about them. I'm gonna switch it down here. And so now we're situated, and here I was so inspired to create different beautiful pendants inspired by spending time together as a family. I remember times where I was we were picking up different pendants on the beach, and there were prices on them. Some of them were 10 cents, some of them were 5 cents for special ones, and dollar was for a real beach sand dollar, and it was just so much fun. So I believe if you enjoy beach time with your mom, that would be a beautiful memory necklace pendant to commemorate the memories that you have with your mom or grandma or stepmom, whatever the situation. Another way that we're gonna learn also is by impressing live plants, like you can see here. And so you would pick up some special plants, maybe from your mom's garden, to be inspired by maybe a rose she planted or something like that, a small little plant that she loves. And another way is also by impressing and stamping designs like this one, very modern. And then we can also imprint some textures like with the straw and adding some gold paint to it to make it look really modern and special. So we're gonna go step by step over these 3 easy, super easy ways. I'm gonna pause the video and come back to the first one. Step number 1, or should I say style number 1, let's take a little bit of clay. This is air dry clay. So students will be able to take their clay home to gift it to their mom as soon as it dries. So all we're gonna do is make a bowl. And I did it between my hands like this. It works better than doing it on the table. Why? Because it dries every time. Your hands will not dry it as much as the wood table that will pull the moisture out. Once you have a nice little bowl, we're gonna squish it between the palms of our hands and push down on it until it squeezes like that, and push down again. And then you're gonna have a little pancake pendant. After that, you wanna be nice and soft. Go around these edges and you're gonna smooth them. You see how I'm doing? I'm pressing on both sides and smoothing. And you're gonna go all around and smooth the edges. Or if you like the rough edges like that with the crackles, that could look like an old antique pendant when it dries, that's fine too. Once you have it all done, you're gonna take a piece of regular straw. You see the hole? You're gonna make the hole, but don't put it right at the edge because the cord will fall out. You need to make it a little lower. Okay? So I am going to press down all the way down, wiggle a little and pull out, and there's gonna be a perfect little hole. After that, I can choose my plants from my mother's garden that I picked, and maybe some roots or the whole plant, and push it like this. Just be careful not to squeeze the hole because you don't want it to malform. You want it to be nice and pretty. So press in a little deeper so you get a deeper indentation. The harder you press, the better the indentation. So you can push out harder like this, or use your pencil to help you press like this, like ironing. A little bit pressing and ironing. And I'll show you a close up. You see how much deeper that is? Very pretty. For now, we're gonna put this down. We're gonna go to our next step because we're gonna add color at the end. So we can add little watercolor as it dries. Okay, we're gonna put this down and go to the next step. We're gonna go to the next style. Okay, we are here in our step number 2, which is embedding shells and creating sort of mosaic design into our pendant. We're gonna start the same way. You're gonna get a piece of clay. This is an air dry clay, so it will harden all on its own. We are going to make a little ball, or it can be actually any kind of shape. If you like a teardrop, it can be a teardrop. We can make a teardrop this time since we made a circle last time. So I'm just having a pointy little top. And if it starts drying, you can get a little wet brush and smooth the edges with that. So the edges can be smoothed out with a little damp brush, not too much wet moisture, so it doesn't fall apart because this is an air dry clay. But all I'm doing is I'm smoothing it with my finger. So if you needed a little bit of, if it's too dry for you, just add a little moisture back to it, very little, and then smooth the edges a little better. Your hands are gonna get dirty here, but it's okay. You can wash your hands. Okay. So we now made, instead of a circle, I made a teardrop. And I'm gonna continue in the same way, but you can make your circle too. I'm just gonna get my straw and push in order to make a hole for my pendant. Then my favorite part, we're gonna choose from all the pretty shells Miss Kramer picked up on the beach for you. You can pick your favorite colors and styles. There are so many different ones. Look at this adorable one I just found. Do you see it? Cute. So pick up your favorite ones and you're just gonna press them in to the shell to create a pretty design. And for the sake of the video, okay, you're gonna take your time and you're gonna design it, but I'm gonna move on to our last step. So far we went over all these amazing designs, pressing them in or creating shells. Okay, very last step now. We're going to create impressions by stamping some textures into the clay or creating a clay relief. So for clay relief, this is a little more advanced. You would just start sculpting, adding an extra piece of clay here and starting sculpting a face if you like, or some kind of relief. Relief is a sculpture with one side flat and one side 3D, okay? Or you can get different textures in class of different materials. You can get little beads impressed and you can press them in. And I created this texture by pushing in with my straw, okay? And you're gonna let it dry and then apply the gold accents. Okay, I can't wait to see you in class and see what you come up with. We learned so many amazing ways how to make our special clay. My next class is waiting for me, so I have to end the video a little quicker. Just remember, even texturizing with a piece of broken pencil give me all these pretty textures. You can make textures with a lot of different things. can push in beads. Okay, we will have a video how to make a different style of Mother's Day pendant in the next video, and that's gonna have to do with all using beads mosaics. I'll see you in that video, and see you, and now is your turn.